Okay, so we stumbled upon our first real difference so far, and when we went up to speak with Detective Gursky again, he actually has a new option we can talk about. Do you know if Mr. Auten had a vault at the bank? Well, I don't think it was at the bank, I assumed it was in here, but maybe not.
I assume most rich people do. Why do you ask?
Wow.
I heard him mentioning something about keeping a vault safe before he died.
That's strange. I didn't hear anything.
Well,
So
he
he
was
doesn't know?
very quiet. Maybe I just made it up.
No, you're probably onto something. Although, looking at his lifestyle, I'm actually inclined to think that any vault he cares about would be in this house.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. He has some secret vault in the house itself.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
He rarely leaves the house, and security here is tight, even for a high-ranking official.
You know what? I bet I know where it is.
I bet I know where it is too, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to leave this to the viewers to try to logically deduce, but you know what I'll do? I'll say it now, and then I'll edit it out so that no one knows what I said.
It's obvious that he has trust issues. Someone like him wouldn't let a bank hold on to something important. Besides, I'm sure he'd want to keep a close eye on it too. If there's a vault, it's definitely somewhere in here.
I have no doubt about that. Gursky's right. It has to be hidden in this place somewhere. I wonder if anyone here knows about it. So, do you know anything about a vault hidden in this house?
A vault? Can't say I do.
I'm not sure if I believe him or not. I don't think he's lying though, because his motivation was completely separate from anything regarding
Yeah.
the vault or anything like
If I
that.
had to guess, I'd say it's probably in his office. It's the most secure place around here, after all.
It's a possibility, but I don't know. I think that room with the museum has to have some purpose, and it didn't in the other playthrough.
Right.
Although, I can't think of anything he might have that's more valuable than that precious artifact collection of his.
Yeah, that's what I was
Exactly.
thinking.
He sunk more money than I care to think about buying all that old stuff up.
But is that just supposed to be considered the vault in itself? Just the
Oh.
artifacts? Because that's lame.
That is lame.
But there has to be something more.
There's
or
a
else it
vault.
wouldn't be like an option.
Maybe that old museum of his is the vault. He certainly loves it enough.
No.
What do you mean?
He wanders in there all the time, just to look at stuff.
Maybe because it has secret documents inside. Kevin points at one of the monitors on the wall. Can we actually see video of this, though? The glowing screen displays an angled image in the museum.
That room has so much stuff he cares about. You could probably say it's his vault.
Kevin points to the bottom corner of the screen.
There's a blind spot right here. Anything under the camera won't show up on the monitor.
Well, that's not obvious at all, then.
It's the only place in the house with such a massive blind spot. I keep telling Mr. Auten that we should reposition the camera, but he refuses.
I'm kind of surprised we got this already.
Yeah, how did we get all this information
Because
out
I
of
guess
him?
you guys wouldn't know, but that's what we guessed when we did our reveal, which, I mean, I guess we can just leave it in now, considering we figured it out right away from this guy. Why would Mr. Auten willingly hide a portion of his house? Maybe there's something there that he doesn't want Kevin to see. Kevin in particular, or just anyone else?
Well, I wouldn't want Kevin to see it.
That's all for now.
Come by if you want.
All right, let's get out of here.
Goodbye, Kevin.
Should we go right to the vault? I mean, the
Sure.
museum? Let's see.
See, it's behind there, isn't it?
Examine
right there.
the museum.
That.
A strange tapestry. But we can't do anything yet. Was it... Wait, what did he say what the blind spot was exactly?
He said the bottom corner of the screen, but we don't know where the camera is.
Like down here?
Of his screen, wherever the camera was, so...
I examined the wooden box at the far end of the room. It's the only item in the room that can't be seen from
so
the
it's
security
that.
cameras. And it is a box.
Oh, I thought it was like a thing in the wall.
It's also one of the few items not under glass. I suspect that Mr. Auten was hiding something in the box. I run my hands along the side of the box looking for some sort of latch or door. One of the decorative panels on the box shifts under my fingers, but nothing happens. Hey Lee May, do you know anything about this? I point at the box and Lee May approaches it and inspects it carefully.
It's locked.
What do you mean? I don't see a keyhole on it or anything. She shakes her
It's
head.
a puzzle box. You must rearrange the panels on the side to open the doors.
Of course it's a puzzle.
Oh no.
I see. And how do I do that? She shakes her head
I
again.
will do it.
Oh,
Oh,
alright.
Alright, thank you, Lee May. Are you sure?
I want to help.
Okay.
Aki does not let me work because she worries about me. But there's no danger with this. I can be useful again.
Okay.
Well, that's good. She found something that she can help out with. That's good. Well, if she wants to, I don't see why I shouldn't let her. She probably has a better idea of what to do anyway. I wouldn't know where to begin. She touches the side panel lightly and slides it back and forth, tilting her ear towards the box as if she's listening for something. After a few seconds, she moves her hands to the other side of the box and repeats the process. She pauses, takes a step back, and looks at the box carefully.
This will take some time. Please return later.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's something that's going to happen throughout the playthrough now. Oh, sure. I back out of the room to give her some time to herself. Alright, so we're going to have to do everything as normal, I suppose. Not Explorer. We'll see Naoki and that lady, Sophia. Okay, so do you know anything about a vault or a safe hidden in the house?
Yes, Mr. Auten mentioned a safe place once or twice, although I don't know the exact location.
Okay, so he did tell her a little bit about
I'm
it.
sure it's in the house somewhere, but the way he spoke of how inconvenient it was, I assume it wasn't located in his study.
Yeah, well, that's not very helpful because we kind of figured it out already. Whatever. I wonder if the reporter knows anything about it.
Why? I hope not.
Well, she didn't... Well, I mean, she did tell us about her motivation this time around, but maybe she has another ulterior motive. We'll see.
Could. Mr. Auten mentioned a she,
That was the
remember?
bathroom. Yeah. Alright, is this room? Enter the living room again. Not much has changed.
Oh, Kansei! Did you find out anything about Mr. Auten or Liam?
So she's asking more questions to us this time around because he talked to her earlier. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But he could have done that either way. Oh yeah, I'm not sure there's a tactile way to put this. Mr. Auten died.
What? Are you kidding?
No. Marissa stares into my eyes, searching me with a mixture of fear and panic. I stare back until the truth of the incident sinks in. Her expression changes slowly. She realizes that I'm not lying.
Are you sure? What happened?
We can tell her this time because we know she's not the murderer. I think he was murdered.
Murdered? I suppose that shouldn't come as much of a surprise.
That's right, because she knows about his practices. What do you mean?
William Auten is not a popular man. His business practices are already reprehensible, and there have been rumors of unethical treatment of some of his test subjects.
So that's cool to know that if you actually give them the information, they'll send you some more background information in return.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But I'm assuming if you tell the other guy, he's gonna do something.
Yeah, it's not best to tell
Like, I'm
a
not sure where that
murderer
would
onto
lead,
them.
but it's probably not the best idea.
That's why I came. I was hoping I'd be able to uncover something about what he might be doing. I write for a humanitarian blog dedicated to unearthing the hidden cruelties of this world.
Alright, so she writes for a blog. That's not quite what I was expecting.
No.
But, okay.
We've covered everything from torturing prisoners of war to animal abuse.
And that's where you come in. So you're not really a reporter for modern trends.
No, that part's true. I found that being a journalist for a magazine of fluff pieces puts people at ease.
I see.
It's just that I also happen to run a blog that publishes a lot of humanitarian pieces.
What a coincidence.
I guess it's my best attempt at being a hero.
Aw, how sad. So did we have these options last time? I remember we found out eventually, but I don't know if we got them right away.
I don't remember either.
So what sort of illegal things was Mr. Auten doing?
Well, don't quote me on this, but I got a tip that he headed up a series of government-funded experiments conducted on unborn children.
I don't remember
No, that's
that.
new, isn't it?
Not unborn children. I did not know that.
Okay, so yeah, we knew that he was doing human experimentation, but I don't think they went into this much detail about it.
Mm-mm.
Which leads me to think that it must be us
Right.
and Naoki and Aki.
Yeah.
Because I remember Sophia mentioned a little bit about something happening in the past, but she didn't really go into detail.
Right.
What?
A group of women were asked to volunteer for a sleep study, but the study was just a cover to administer an experimental drug.
And all of them happened to be pregnant? Well, maybe that was a requirement.
Yeah, probably.
The effects weren't immediately evident, though. The drugs were meant to genetically alter any children that the women might have.
Oh.
Yeah, this is gonna sound like it's
The
us.
exact nature of the alteration is unknown, unfortunately. Most of the women suffered miscarriages, probably as a result of the drug.
Why do I kind of doubt that they were actually miscarriages and that they were actually carried out to term, but something...
Or someone took them.
Or they lied to the mothers after they were born. And you know what? I guess they raised a generation of X-Men, huh? That's what it kind of sounds like to me.
Yeah, they did.
I open my mouth, but no words come out. I can't even think of anything to say in response. Marissa watches me closely, trying to decipher my reaction. Finally, she continues her story.
A little over 20 years ago, most of these women were in college, struggling to pay for tuition.
20 years ago. So would that be us? I'm not sure what our age is.
Well, they
seem
were
to be
in
about
college,
age,
so
right?
they would probably wait a little bit after college to have babies, because it said that any children that they might have. So they weren't pregnant when they had the test a little over 20 years ago. So it could have taken them a few years before they had us.
I guess so.
They were offered a large amount of money for participating in a sleep study, and they leapt at the opportunity. As the years passed, each discovered she was unable to have children.
What? Really?
Children. Most couldn't even get pregnant, but several had miscarriages. One gave birth prematurely.
Okay, so it's probably that some of them actually did have children, and then that would be us and the others.
The child only lived for 3 days.
At least in that case, or it could have been that she gave birth and then the child was taken by the government and then just told that the child died.
He was definitely part of it. As far as I can tell, he was one of the people running the experiment. I don't know who ordered it or what his role was beyond that.
So it's definitely a good thing we played this through, because you get a lot more information if you tell her.
Definitely.
Everything I have is circumstantial, though. I've tracked down the surviving women in the study, but unless I can find Mr. Auten with something, I have no real proof.
Well, he's dead now.
I take a deep breath. I don't want to believe Marissa's right, but if she is... Surviving women? What do you mean?
One of them died shortly after the study took place. Complications during birth.
Huh. My head is swimming now. It's hard to focus.
Are you all right? You don't look so well.
I'm fine. And we also know that our parents are dead. I mean, we don't know about his father, but I'm assuming his mother must be dead, right?
Well, we know his sister's dead. I don't know anything about his parents.
I don't know, but the fact that he was alone, I just assumed his parents were dead, but maybe they're not. It's nothing. I'll be fine. Okay, so we can ask more follow-up questions. Because last time we went through the game quickly, and then, I felt like we missed out on a lot of stuff because it ended so abruptly.
But still, at this point in the game, you don't suspect Kevin yet. We still don't have a reason for him.
Well, yeah, even when we were doing it in the alternate playthrough, we didn't have really a reason at this point.
Yeah. We never did.
Well, we did have a few clues, but we didn't really know about them. We had the documents saying that he was involved with other companies. But I don't remember anything saying that he was involved with financial institutions. Or did they say it?
I don't think so.
I think they say he was involved with financial institutions, but they didn't say that he was involved with the loan agency. So,
right.
I mean, I guess we could have made that leap, but it was still a leap.
We had the documents from Kevin's room, but we never read them or anything. So
no, I think we showed them to Aki, and then she said she didn't really know what they were about.
So we had to show them to someone else, I guess.
I don't know. Anyway, do you know anything about the sleep study that Mr. Auten ran about 20 years ago?
A sleep study?
Yes.
I do recall one from about 20 years ago, government-sponsored. I believe he was working with a partner at the time.
Do you remember who this person was?
Of course I do. His name was Shen Guan. He was Liam's father.
Oh.
Shen Guan?
So
I guess that's the Chinese link.
Yes. So...
But I'm not sure if there's any more significance to that than that.
Is Liam actually his nephew, through his mom or something, or are they not related then?
Well, let's see, that could make sense. What?
Mr. Guan and Mr. Auten were partners, and Shen later married Mr. Auten's sister.
So I'm assuming that's who he's talking about.
Okay.
Wait, then why is his name Liam Auten? Shouldn't he be Liam Guan? Well, I guess the name is more famous, so they just took that name.
It's my understanding that Liam's name was changed when Mr. Auten took custody of him.
Or that. So, Liam's parents are dead.
Or there was a custody battle. I'm assuming his mom is dead.
I wonder if he was one of the study kids then, and then he might have powers of his own.
Oh, maybe.
Both Shen Guan and his wife died a long time ago.
20 years?
No need to apologize. It's in the past now. This was all before my time, of course. I'm only telling you what I've overheard.
Of course. It's fine. Even a little bit of information helps. Let's see if he has anything else to say. Uh-oh. Kevin smirks at me as I enter.
You're an interesting guy, Kansei.
Uh-oh.
He knows about us. What are you talking about?
Well, for one, you keep some interesting company. I was bored, so I decided to run facial recognition on them.
Oh, no.
I found quite a few newsreels about them, complete with security camera footage and mugshots.
Of course you did.
I admit, I literally laughed out loud at the one where they sold ownership shares to the Space Needle.
Really?
Wow.
They did what? So I guess it was Seattle after all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't know? Like I said, you keep some interesting company. Weirdly enough, when I looked up their police records, they were completely empty. They haven't been charged with anything.
Yeah, well, we know about that. No surprise there. Detective Gursky said that Aki cut a deal. No doubt she used her Kansei to make her argument a little more compelling.
The other girl with you was the real problem, though.
Oh, no.
What about her? Who, Lime?
I couldn't find a single thing on her. No online profile, no yearbook, no images of her anywhere, and no connection to anything your other friends did.
We still don't know much about her. So maybe she doesn't like social networking and she was homeschooled. What's the big deal?
Dude, seriously? You gotta make a real effort to be that much of a ghost. There's no way that the government isn't involved in trying to cover something up.
Oh god. It's one of these truthers, isn't he?
Yep.
You're one of those guys who think the moon landing was faked, aren't you?
Oh, come on, it's not like that. Besides, how much do you know about her anyway?
A lot. Well, I can't exactly tell him that she has a Kansei and that makes her a human sponge for emotions. But beyond that, I really don't know a thing. Aki seems uncomfortable about the topic, and Detective Gursky shut me down completely when I asked. I know enough.
Of course you do. You're the genius detective, after all.
Yeah, now he's gonna go on about us, isn't he? Oh no.
Oh, no.
Kevin taps a few keys on the keyboard, and two of the monitors light up with an old newspaper article.
Genius siblings solve another cold case.
I guess that's our picture.
I gotta admit, you're actually kinda cool.
Thanks.
So, are you on a super secret mission right now or something?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You know, since you're using a fake name and hanging out with criminals and stuff.
Oh, right. If he found that article, it means he knows who I am. I hate this house.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, sure, I'm working undercover right now. Let's completely talk out of our ass, why not? Yeah, I'm working undercover right now.
That's so cool! Hey, do you think the government would hire me to do, like, spy computer stuff?
No.
You want to be like the next Edward Snowden or something? What is he talking about? Especially after what he just did that we kind of know already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I'll ask.
Sweet!
I mean, wouldn't you want to try to keep a low profile at this point?
You
I
would
don't know.
think.
Whatever. I guess he's trying to make himself friendly to us.
Mm.
Do you know anything about Liam's nightlife?
You mean all the drinking and gambling, or extra stupid stuff?
The extra stupid stuff. Other things.
Oh, the dog fights then.
You knew about that?
Well, yeah. I'm the reason Mr. Auten found out in the first place. He asked me to track Liam's movements on his phone. Guess he didn't trust him.
He has got his own private NSA down here.
There's a surprise. Anyway, I noticed Liam was spending more and more time in a corner of town that's not really hot on the usual party clubs, so I did some more digging.
I still have to say the whole dogfighting angle is really random.
It is.
It has to be something more than that.
Well,
You know?
remember Liam, like, freaked out when we told him about
Yeah, there was something more to
There
it.
is something, we just don't know what
Found
it
out
is.
that Liam was watching dogfights, and in some cases, funding them himself. Big Will was furious
Big
when I
Will.
told him.
But it says he was watching them and in some cases funding them, so he wasn't really running them.
All right, and I'm going to go off on a little bit about more of that Liam thing we were just talking about. He said that she said it wouldn't happen for a few days or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm pretty sure the she isn't Marissa like we first thought.
No.
Because I'm kind of getting the feeling now that Marissa has nothing to do with this. She was just
Yeah.
doing her own little thing. And the only person I could figure she could refer to is Chance.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because we know she's involved with someone. I kind of thought it was the CEO at first, but maybe it's not. Maybe it was Liam.
It could be. Did she say something? What made us think it was like an old sugar daddy?
she said that he was paying for everything, and we kind of just assumed it was like an old CEO type.
Oh, okay.
I think. But it could have been Liam because we know that he has funds.
Yes.
So I don't know. Potentially it's Claire. Not Claire. Chance is his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or female contact or whatever you want to call her.
That's what I'm thinking.
But we'll see how this goes.
When you showed up, I thought he had hired a private investigator to get some proof. I guess it's kind of a moot point now.
All right, that's it.
Come by if you want to ask me.
Yeah. So we'll go back to the hallway. We'll save here, and then, I don't know. I guess we can go back and see how Lee May's doing.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we'll try to proceed with the game and move along more until we can get that vault cleared up.
Yes.
Anyway, until next time, take care.
Bye.